This video lesson will teach you to create a new data file in SPSS version 26. Before that, let me introduce the software SPSS. It's a statistical package for social science, mostly used by researchers to analyze the quantitative data. You can download this software from the IBM SPSS website. Trial version is available for learning purpose. You can download and save in your computer. To open the SPSS software, go to the All program and click on IBM or double click on the SPSS shortcut menu on the desktop. This is the data editor view of the SPSS. There are three views available in SPSS as variable view, data view and output view. In the variable view, you can create variables, and in the data view, you can input data to each variable. In the output view, you can get the output after selecting appropriate analysis method for your data analysis. Click on variable view. The variable view is open. You can create variables in the view. What is variable? Variables you can learn in the previous video. It's a characteristic of items or individuals. So now we are going to create some variables: gender, age, marital status, salary, district and color preferences. We have collected data from MBA students reading their postgraduate degree in a university. From 50 MBA students, we have collected the data on those variables. Now we are going to create the variables to input the data in SPSS. Okay, so how we can name the variable? So the first column is variable name. Now you can name the variable here. When you name the variable, you should consider that without any space, you have to type the variable in short form. So now we are going to create this variable here, the gender. Gender is the first variable. Then second one, age. Third one, marital status. Fourth, salary. Then districts and color preference. Here the variables names are entered in the name column. Now we have 6 different variables. Then the second column is type of the variable. So type of the variable also you already learned in the video 1. The types of variable, there are 2 types of variables as categorical variables and numerical variables. Here the first variable is gender. This first gender variable has 2 different categories as male and female. So this is a categorical variable. So here for this SPSS, we have to instruct the SPSS whether the variable is categorical or numerical. So in SPSS default, the numerical variable is selected. Then you have to change it as a categorical variable. So when you click on here in the type column, there is a dialog box, variable type dialog box. So different types of variables are given here. Then you have to select the appropriate one. Here the gender is a categorical variable. So in SPSS, the categorical variables are considered as string. Then you have to select the string variable. But there are different types of variables here. There are comma, dot, scientific notation, date, dollar, custom currency, and the restricted numbers as some secret codes you can enter in different form. So gender is a categorical variable. Then we can select string as a variable type. Then click on OK. Then the second variable is age. Age is a numerical variable. The data is in number. Then you can keep it as it is. That's name, numerical variable. Then marital status also the categorical variable. It has 2 categories like single or married. Then you have to change it as a string variable. Then click on it. Then string. Select the string. Okay. Then salary, that is numerical, because salary is in number. District also, there are different categories are there. This MBA students coming from different district to learn this postgraduate degree. Then you have to have 5 different districts. This is a categorical variable. Then you have to select as categorical string. Then click on string. Then OK. Then color preference. So what are the color preference of this MBA student? There are 5 color preferences. Then this is also a string variable. Then click and activate the string. Okay, now the variables and its types are selected. The third column is width. It refers to how many characters a value can hold. Somewhat confusing, width is not the width of the variables column as displayed on screen, which is referred to as a column. Then we can move into decimals. So in this decimal column, you can set the decimals. Then how many decimals you need for your data entry. So in this numerical variable, you can adjust how many decimals you need. If you need more than one, that two decimals, you can increase the decimal, or if you don't want the decimal, you can keep it as 0. No decimal you need, or if you want to increase it, you can increase the decimal. So the purpose of this decimal column is to adjust your decimal numbers for the numerical variable. And the next column is label column. The label column helps you to enter the description of each variable. For example, in the variable column, you can't type the variable's name in full or in detailed manner. Therefore, you can use the label column to enter the variable name in a detailed view. For example, in this data, you have collected the gender of MBA students learning in a university. Then you can write the label as gender of MBA students, then age of MBA students, then marital status of MBA students, like the description or some detailed explanation to this variable you can input in the label column. And the next column is value column. So value column is very much important for the categorical variable. So here the gender is a categorical variable. So gender has two different categories as male and female. So if you have certain amount of data to be entered into the SPSS, then when you have a values, it is easy for you to enter the data. That means you are going to give the values for the different categories in this categorical variable. So then now the gender, how you can give the value to the gender, we will see. So when you click on this value column to the gender draw, there will be a dialog box. It's a value label dialog box. Then you can give the value to these different categories in the categorical variable. So here the value means now we are giving that for the gender there are two different categories as male and female. So for then we can give one value for male, one male, then we can add it, then two female, one male and two females. So we have given value to this categorical variable. Click on OK. So now you can see the values are entered in the categorical variable. Now you can check these values in the data view. Then when you click on data view, the variables what you have entered in the SPSS are shown here. So here the gender. So now you are going to enter the data. The first questionnaire, that gender is 1, that means male. Then you can 1. Then second questionnaire is female, and third one male. So now you can check this gender by clicking this tag here. That this tag you can click. When you click on, it will change as male or female. That category is what values you have given, and the category is also displays here. So therefore it is easy to enter the certain amount of data very quickly. That means 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 or 3. Like that you can easily enter the data in the SPSS. This is the use of the SPSS to enter the categorical data in the SPSS. For the age, we don't want the values because it's a numerical variable. And for the marital status also, we can create the values. And when you click on here, the value label is there. Marital status, there are two different categories are there. One is 1 married and 2 single. Then now we have given the value to the marital status. And salary, that's a numerical variable. And also here the district, 5 different district we have. We can give the value to the district. 1 Jaffna, 2 Colombo, 3 Mannar, 4 Kandy, 5 Vavuniya. There are 5 districts and we have given the values to these 5 districts. Add. Okay. Then for the color preference also, there are 3 colors, 3 color preferences, red, blue and green. Then we can give 1 for red, 2 for blue and 3 for green. Okay, now we have set the values for all the categorical variables. Then we will see the next column, missing values. missing value is very important when we enter the data into the SPSS. So missing means that if we have collected data from 50 students for one variable, for example, this for salary, there are 3 students have not given the data for salary. That means they didn't give the answer for their salary level. So therefore, there are 3 salaries are not given in the data sheet. If we want to calculate the average salary of these 50 students reading MBA in a particular university, the average should be calculated to adding all these salaries and should be divided by the number of students. But here there are 3 students, they haven't given the salary detail. So therefore, it is wrong that if we include those 3 students to calculate the average. We have to omit that 3 students, those who haven't given the detail about their salary. So therefore, how we can omit these 3 students? That means that the data for that 3 students are missing. They haven't given the answer. It doesn't mean that they don't have salary, that salary is 0. So if we put the salary as 0, that means they didn't give the answer. But if we put that salary data as 0, that SPSS will calculate those salary also, then the average will be wrong. Therefore, we have to instruct the computer, consider those salaries as missing. So how we can give that missing value? So when you click on this data, like here the salary, so when you click on this missing column, there will be a dialog box, missing value dialog box. So here no missing values, that means missing values are not defined. Now we are going to define the values, so discrete missing values. To set these missing values, we should consider that we are going to assign a number as a missing value. That number should not be in the data sheet. That should be a different number. So therefore, we can give number as 9999 as a missing value. Then we are instructing the SPSS, consider these 49 as a missing value. Then click on OK. So at the same time, now you have created the missing value. That means these 9s are considered as missing. So at the same time, you have to set the values as. Therefore, in this column, you have to click here. Then you have to set the values. That means 9999 means missing. Okay. Now you can check in the data view. Their salary is there. So you can type some salaries. For example, 23,456, then 22,346, 12,306.54. Then you can enter 9999. That 4th student didn't give the answer. Now you can check that the tag is on, then it indicates that it is a missing value. When you type the 999, considered as missing. So likewise, you can enter all the data. From the questionnaires, you can check whether the answer is given or not. If the answer is not there, you can consider as missing. Then you can put 999. Then the SPSS will take as the missing value. For all these variables, you can set like this. For the gender also, if there are missing values in your data, you can set the missing values and discrete missing values. 9999, then click on OK. Then you have to set here, then you have to click on values and you have to instruct software, consider this 999 as a missing. So then you can check in the data view also. Here in the data view, when you type 9999, it will consider as missing. So this is the purpose of setting the missing values in SPSS. Important column for the data entry is measures. So here the measures mean there are different scale to measure the data, but you have learned in the video lesson 1. There are 4 scales available: nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio scale. In the SPSS, there are 3 scales available: nominal, ordinal and scale. Then you have to select the appropriate scale for your variable. So here the gender is a categorical variable, then just labeling the data, then their categories are available. Then the scale is nominal, then you have to select the nominal. Then second, age is a numerical data. So here you can see in the SPS there are 3 scales available, that ordinal, nominal and ordinals are there. The interval and ratio, these 2 scales are considered as scale in the SPSS. So in the age, you know that age is a numerical variable, then you can select scale. It's a ratio scale, then we can select scale. And for the marital status, it is a categorical variable. You can select nominal as a scale. Then salary is a numerical, it's a ratio scale, then you can select scale. And districts are categorical variable, it's a nominal scale. Color preference also categorical variable, then you can select nominal scale. So then you have to clearly select the appropriate scale for your variables. Then in the next column, role, that means each variable, what role is going to take for your data analysis, then you can identify that in the column. So importantly, you have to learn in the data editor view, variable name, variable type, decimals, labeling, values, missing values, measures. Those are the important columns for entering the data. Now you can enter the data. Here we have entered some of the data. Then questionnaire number 1, the gender is male and age 34. Then marital status 1. If you put 1, that means married. Then salary we entered. District you can put 2. 2 means Colombo. Then color preference 3. Then green color. So likewise you can enter all the data. Therefore questionnaire 2, what is the female and the age, what is the marital status, you can enter the data. For the 50 questionnaires, what you have selected, for 50 questionnaires you have selected from the MBA students in a particular university. So in this video lesson, you learn how to open an SPSS software and what are the 3 different view of softwares. What are the 3 different view of this SPSS: data view, variable view and output view. So how you can enter the variables, variable name column, and what is type and how you can set the variable type, and decimals, how you can adjust the decimals, the label, uses of label column, then values, how you can set the values for categorical variable, and defining the missing values, and select the appropriate scale for your variables. From this knowledge, you can easily enter data to the SPSS. Thank you.